Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you are watching this video. My name is Bank of Gerald, and we are here to talk about the most exciting platform in the space today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm a little bit biased because I'm a part of this platform. I've been a part of this platform for just about a year now, almost, and we're approaching a full year that we have been movers in MoveQuest. Can we clap it up for that? Let's just clap it up for that because first of all, that's something we can't say a lot about a lot of the platforms and projects that we have been in this space, ladies and gentlemen. And with this being a legit blockchain token opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take advantage of what is here right now. It is causing us to do some different things, right? It is causing us to get up out these chairs, get away from our sedentary lifestyles where we're sitting around and doing everything at the office and doing everything in a desk and doing everything in a chair. And it's forcing us to get up and be more aware, be more cognitive, all right, about our movement, about our physical bodies, about our physicality, about our activity level, okay? In addition to all of that, it is allowing us to learn a little bit more about cryptocurrency and how it works and tokenomics if we decide to go that deep into the system. But what it's allowing us to do at its crux is it's taking our physical activity and allowing us to mine a cryptocurrency with it. We got to clap that up. Can you imagine being able to get up in the morning? Of course, this is taking the assumption as if you're an able-bodied person, you have the activity of your limbs, right? You can move your legs and your arms and different things of that nature, and you can be active, right? Imagine waking up every single day, getting up and, you know, you've got your wearable on. Like I've got my Apple Watch on right now. Y'all can see that, right? I get up, take my Apple Watch off the charger. I go downstairs, I make myself some breakfast, go walk my dog, you know, play around with my son and, you know, go about my day. You get to work and maybe you have an active job and you're walking around a lot or, you know, maybe you're not walking around a lot. Maybe you're at your desk and, you know, during your lunch breaks, you get up and you go down to the commons and you get yourself some lunch, or you go and walk down to your car and you drive to get some lunch, or you go and you take a walk during your lunch. Maybe you're an active person. You try to get those steps in during the day. Maybe you're already doing that. You know, when you go to the gym and you work out, you get on the treadmill and you ride the bike, and or maybe you go out and you take a nature walk, or you go for a hike, or you come home from work, and all the day's activities, right? Imagine if you were mining Bitcoin, just for an example, right, of a cryptocurrency, right? Imagine with every step you were taking, every move you were making, all right, no pun intended, you were earning a cryptocurrency, like a Bitcoin, like an Ethereum, like an XRP, like some of our favorite tokens out here in the space. We have that opportunity right here, right now. What a time to be alive, right? MoveQuest is that opportunity. It has been that opportunity. Just to keep it as general and simple as possible for your brain to understand what MoveQuest is doing, right? It is encouraging us to do more moving, and in turn, it is rewarding us with a cryptocurrency. It has been a part of my, and I want to say this as well, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. I am just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how we're cranking it out and mining and doing different stuff with cryptocurrency, nothing more, nothing less. Showing you guys how we're getting it done. I have been on a journey with MoveQuest for about a year now, right? I understand the power of what MoveQuest can do. I have allowed MoveQuest to move in my life, right? I've allowed myself to be a part of the MoveQuest ecosystem that has allowed me to earn this MQT. I've gotten up, I've done the moving. I've actually lost 50 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, believe it or not. I mean, you guys can go back and watch some of my old videos and see how much face I had. Now look at me now. I have a lot less face now, right? Imagine what the whole body's looking like. If you want to see what the whole body's looking like, you know, I post shorts and all that stuff on my YouTube channel. So I'm not hiding from nothing, right? You can see the results, right? MoveQuest is a huge part of that. So even if this is just an opportunity that's going to help you get past that plateau of your own workout schedule, of how you've had these goals for yourself, but you haven't necessarily been able to achieve them the way that you would like to have achieved them. Some of that is just being consistent. I know for me, it was just being consistent, right? having something that I'm doing every day that matters with intentional effort to move me towards my goal. The beautiful thing about that is it has to be intentional for it to mean something. You have to really be intentional about your efforts to change your lives, whether it's financially, whether it's physically, right? And as you guys have heard me say before, fiscal change and financial change, right? So all that being said, it has been one of my huge goals in MoveQuest opportunity to have all of my docking slots available filled with Titans, okay? Now, here's the thing that I love about the Titan miner in the MoveQuest system, right? Of course, it's the most powerful miner. So if you were to take, the Bitcoin mining example, you've got the mining that used to go down on a regular computer, and then you've got the mining that goes down on these big, huge mining rigs, right? Obviously, two levels of mining that can be achieved. One is higher than the other. They're still doing the mining, but one is mining at a much more powerful rate. One is getting more results, right? So I wanted the miner in the MoveQuest system to get me the best results, all right? Now, information has already come out about these Titan miners, right? The Titan miner, there are a few miners, right? Not to get over people's head, but the Titan miner is the most powerful miner in the MoveQuest system. It has been one of my goals to have all my docking slots filled with those Titans. I am so pleased today to announce to you guys, and I actually put this in my Telegram group that I have, that it was actually July the 26th, which was the monumental day. And I'll show you guys what I put in my Telegram group just shortly. But we now have all of our docking slots filled with Titans, ladies and gentlemen. I want to show you guys that first. I want to move into my Google Chrome, and I want to show you guys. Hold on one second. I want to make sure that this is showing the way I needed to see it. There we go. All right, so this is the MoveQuest back office, right? I want to go to my mining dock. Ladies and gentlemen, as this starts to load up and I might have to press refresh. I've got my wallet there, so I'll just press refresh here. All of my docking slots filled with Titans, ladies and gentlemen. I did it. I officially tightened up, right? And I don't mean tighten up as in like T-I-G-H-T, tight. I mean Titan, T-I-T-A-N. Tighten up, ladies and gentlemen. I had to tighten up. I had to put my money where my mouth is. This is something that I truly believe in, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that MoveQuest is changing lives. Now, I wanted the most powerful miners, and this future-proofs myself for the rest of my experience here in MoveQuest. Now, I encourage all of you, if you believe in MoveQuest and the power of MoveQuest, start positioning yourself to tighten up, ladies and gentlemen. Position yourself to get the most powerful miners. Because here's what can happen for you with these miners. Now, you see they're all 400% right now, right? This is the only miner in the system that can increase its mining power, all right? Now, there are going to be a few things that come with the increasing of the mining power. And we don't know all the line item details yet, right, as people that are in the field. They're going to be released to us when they release to us. But one thing that has been said on these calls that happen on every Tuesday night is that these miners can increase their mining power. And I believe it's up to 1,000%. There are some things that you have to do, like stay consistent, continue to submit your proof of activity. All that stuff matters, right? But at the end of the day, these can increase your mining power. Right now, MQT is sitting, and it probably just had a liquidity ad, but it's sitting right here at $3.50, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when I first saw MoveQuest a year ago and it launched at $1 and it shot up crazy, I really almost thought that I missed the boat. And after a year of kind of just watching this stay around, continue to upgrading itself, MoveQuest brand, the branding coming out and the launch of the app and all the different things that we've been waiting on, as I continue to watch all of that stuff happen and come to fruition, I continue to see the price going down. Now, I don't quite understand why, all the tokenomics, because I'm not a cryptocurrency expert, right? But here's what I understand. The opportunity for the future of MoveQuest, the people that come in from today going forward is so massive. We don't even have, I don't think we have 10,000 people mining on this system right now. This is still a very, very ground floor opportunity. If this, mind you, if this were to get the attention of the Avalanche blockchain and its community alone, my goodness, what could happen to this price? And that's just from community involvement. And who wouldn't want to be involved with a project that has a use case like it's helping people change their physical lives? I think it's the New Year's resolution for just about everybody in America to lose weight. Now, I might be exaggerating just a little bit, but everybody that I know has a goal of trying to get in better shape. There's so many people that ask me on a day-to-day basis, say, hey, Gerald, how did you lose that weight? How did you? I just stayed at it. I stayed consistent. I tell them go for walks. On those days you don't feel like lifting weights and doing something that you see on TV, or the stuff that's social media crazed up, and all these different things that you can do to lose weight, and all these you know how they got these get rich stuff. They've got stuff that is like get fit quick stuff. There's no such thing as get fit quick. Even that Ozempic shot, it comes with its own set of problems and issues and things of that nature. I don't take Ozempic. So there's a lot. I've gotten so many jokes about Ozempic because of the work that I put in. So I take it as a compliment now, right? When people see that, this kind of thing is causing some change, some actual change in your body, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to ask you how you did it. And you're going to be able to say, because I'm a mover. I'm a MoveQuester. For those of you that are into the gaming side of life, the entertainment side of life, this is a pretty cool gamified system. This is almost like turning your real life into a video game. This is almost like turning your real life into a video game. Pretty soon there's going to be challenges and different things that are involved for you to earn more MQT and earn more rewards and different things of that nature. But ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine the fact that your life now is not necessarily being tracked or stuff like that? So I don't want to put that in people's heads, but your life now is like gamified. You've got these miners attached to your physical activity. You get to submit your proof of physical activity to the blockchain and earn real crypto rewards, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a fake token. This is a real token that I get updates on CoinMarketCap right now. And I have been getting updates on them for the entirety of the time that I've been in this project. All right. There's going to be more places that it's listed. There's going to be different things going on with this system here. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a project that I feel, and I can't tell you how to feel. All right. But I'm sharing with my family at this point. I'm finding some way. I got to find some way to share this with others. I know there's going to be a learning curve that, trying to get people involved with crypto and different things of that nature, it's going to be a little bit different. That's okay. There's going to be things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start doing shorts that are, and I've started this before on my TikTok and things of that nature. But now I've got some more resources and I can put a little bit more oomph behind it because I've made the sacrifice. I've filled my mining dock slots all the way to the brim with what I could do it with. Now, I want to digress just a little bit because I have something to share. So if you're still with us, stay with me because I do have something to share with you guys about some information, about some promos that are going on. For those of you that may be new, for those of you that may be existing, all right? And I don't want you to miss out on it. I've been putting it in the Telegram group, but I really wanted to take the front part of this video just to tell you guys why I'm so excited about these Titans, why I'm so excited about MoveQuest, why I'm so excited about the opportunity ahead. Not just what we have right now. This is a culmination and going back to getting started, my front end, my dashboard, I've got 123 MQT right there in my wallet, but I'm involved in the hatchery as well. For those of you that don't know what the hatchery is, it is an opportunity to turn your MQT into more miners, right? Incubate MQT to hatch powerful miners, navigators to vanguards, and strengthen the ecosystem. The hatchery maximizes MQT's utility while supporting the platform's long-term growth. Hatch your future today. So what you are doing with the hatchery is pretty much you are depositing your MQT, right? Along with a fee. I think there's a fee to do that as well in Avalanche. But what it does, it allows you to get miners immediately, and it locks away your MQT, which pulls some out of circulation, I believe, and I hope I'm saying this the right way. It pulls some out of circulation so that it helps to strengthen the long-term project. It helps to get this going or keep this going even longer. And it's already, like, based on some of the tokenomics that they've mentioned on the calls, it's already primed to last well off into 2060 something and plus, right? I think she even said maybe 2090. But anyway, this hatchery is something that you can learn about and use to get miners, right? But the miners I wanted were the Titans. These have the ability to increase in mining power, ladies and gentlemen. There's not another miner here that can do that, okay? So you may be asking, how do I get my miners, all right? How do I get these Titan miners? Well, first of all, you got to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to get started. Now, I have the link in the description below. I also am very accessible through email. You can email me at bankofgerald@protonmail.com. I want to be as accessible as possible for you guys so you can get the help that you need so you can get started in the right way. I use MetaMask. I think you can also use Trust Wallet, but MetaMask has been the easiest for me. I added the MetaMask extension to my Google Chrome. I have the MetaMask app where I'm able to go ahead and go to MoveQuest.com in the Web3 browser, and I can connect right through there, through the Avalanche C chain on my MetaMask wallet, right? So the next thing I can do, right? Go through the process. You activate, download the app. Highly suggest downloading the app because, ladies and gentlemen, it's available. We finally have an application available. It works seamlessly. It works beautifully. You should actually go and check it out right now. If you are still one of those people in the Get Fit Mining app, please do yourself a favor and move on over to the MoveQuest system, okay? Please do it today. Don't delay. Do it today, all right? The sooner you do it, the better. Plus, Get Fit Mining is no longer the branding. So it's going to be obsolete, and pretty soon I'm sure the app itself is going to be gone. The Get Fit Mining app is going to be gone, all right? So when you finish the setup, it'll let you know when you're done with the setup. I'm 100% completed, so we're going to get on moving, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, and I future-proof myself as well. I got some more Titan miners because there is leasing going to be coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have the opportunity to lease the miners that we're not using. And I've got quite a few that I'm not using right now. I'll be able to lease them out to people that may not be able to afford getting them straight up, right? I'll be able to lease them out on a day-to-day basis, maybe even a week-to-week, month-to-month, and I will be able to have another stream of income, all right? There's going to be people that join this community that want to lease the miners first because that's all they may be able to afford to do at that time. These miners may be a lot more expensive in the future. And for people to get involved, they may just have to lease them. But that's okay because we have the opportunity to provide that to the community that wants it. For those of us that have been in the system for a year, there's a lot of us that have accumulated these miners over time. I've got all type of miners right now, all right? But I wanted to make sure that the miners that I have in my docking slot are all Titans. And I'm calling it Tighten Up. I'm calling it hashtag Tighten Up right now, all right? That's what I'm calling it. All right, so enough about that. Y'all get the gist. I just wanted to jump on here and let you guys know I'm not just talking about this thing. I'm moving and shaking with this thing, putting my money where my mouth is. I'm gonna be putting my time and my effort behind it. I'm just excited about what this can do. So I want to jump into my Telegram group just really quickly because there's some things that I want to share with you guys that I have shared with the community and that I think that you all need to know. So I'm going to start with a little bit more of a announcement that's for everybody, and then I'll get into my more selfish announcement that kind of talks about a little bit more what we have been talking about, tightening up, right? So this was shared, okay? Now, for those of you that missed this announcement last week, all right, there was an opportunity that folks that were already existing members of MoveQuest, if you had opened a certain amount of docking slots, the system rewarded you as a pre-anniversary gift, right? They opened up without fees and all the different stuff that you would normally have to pay. They opened up a select amount of docking slots based on how many docking slots you already had open. And here's what I think is more powerful. Here's what I think is powerful about that in itself. It rewarded the people that have been here. All right. The people that see value in MoveQuest already opened some docking slots, and they probably opened up more than 2 or 3, or the free one that they were given. If they really truly believe in what MoveQuest is doing, they probably opened up more docking slots so that they can have more opportunity to place miners at whatever level in those docking slots so that they could mine as much MQT as they could possibly mine. MoveQuest decided to reward the community for doing that and opened up a certain amount of docking slots. But here's what I want to mention to you guys today. So for those of you that may have been mining with 1 or 2 docking slots, you'll notice that you didn't really see an increase in your docking slots like maybe the rest of us. And you are still an existing member. That didn't change that you were here, but that it does, in my opinion, it says about what your involvement level was, right? If you have only opened 1 or 2 docking slots and you get the first one for free, either you can't afford to open the rest, which is fine. You work your way up to the place that you feel is comfortable. But the reality probably is that you decided you didn't want to open them for whatever reason. It was a decision you made, right? I'm not doing it right now because of this, or I'm not doing it now because I don't believe yet, or whatever the case may be. So here's what was put in the Discord group, and everything that I put in my MoveQuest Team BOJ group, it comes directly from the Discord. It comes directly from trusted sources, all right? Or it comes directly from me, right? So you'll see something that came directly from me after I read this. So let's talk about it. Hey, everyone, are you mining with 1 or 2 slots? We would have loved to have been able to open those slots for those mining with 1 or 2 slots. However, I didn't feel it was, this is Lynette, I believe, speaking in this note. I didn't feel it was fair to the community to unlock and give 8 slots and 8 trailblazers when mining with only 1 or 2 slots. It would not have contributed enough to the ecosystem to justify it, right? Most of those wallets, if only mining with 1 slot, got that for free. And before the upgrade on the mining dock, the second slot was only $10. So if you're getting, I'm pausing this note right now and interjecting my own opinion. If the second slot was only $10 and the first one was free, that means that, in my opinion, everyone could have opportunity to open at least 2 docking slots, right? The first one's free. The second one is $10 an avalanche. I don't see a reason why people can't do that, right? $10, I think, should be in everyone's wheelhouse to be able to be a part of a situation or an opportunity that could change your life. All right, well, I'll get back to the note. It could be a financial reason to only mine with 1 or 2, but more than that, I guess, are the majority who don't submit, who are not engaged, and wouldn't have taken advantage of the giveaway anyway. They would have just got docking slots open and not put anything in them, right? So here's what they said they're going to do. Those that are mining with 1 or 2 slots, you will have until Sunday to unlock the 3rd slot. And just like those mining with 3 who got the 8, we will honor that through Sunday for those mining with 1 or 2, all right? Now, mind you, yesterday was Sunday, okay? Yesterday was Sunday. So I want to interject one time and say, MoveQuest wallet holders mining with 1 or 2 docking slots will have until this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern to unlock through dock slot 3 and still qualify for the pre-promotion giveaway and receive 8 dock slots and trailblazers. And the reason why you get the trailblazers is because with every dock slot that you open, MoveQuest gives you a trailblazer to put in there. You don't have to use it, especially if you're a person that's going to jump right in and start tightening up. You got your USDT ready. You're ready to rock and roll, and you're going to tighten up. You'll have those trailblazers anyway. You'll be able to claim them, and they can be used for leasing later, right? But it has been extended to Wednesday. I repeat, it has been extended to Wednesday, which is, it stops at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. All right, I want to read that one more time. If you are a MoveQuest wallet holder mining with 1 or 2 dock slots right now, you will have until Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific to unlock through doc slot 3 and still qualify for the pre-promotion giveaway and receive 8 doc slots with the Trailblazers. All right. Now back to the note. We said Sunday. As we know now, it is Wednesday. So here's what they're doing. Here's what we are doing as a community, because MoveQuest is a community. It's not just me out here talking about MoveQuest. There are hundreds and thousands of people that are in MoveQuest right now, mining right now. And we're accepting all people. Come on in. We want the community to grow, right? So we will be relying on our community to pass this information along. It will be the only time we will extend this. This will not be extended any further, okay? That's why it was so important that I jumped on here today and got this information out to you guys. I put this in the group chat. I put this in the Telegram. If you need that reminder, get in the Telegram. Telegram link is in my description below, okay? It is my Telegram group, by the way. I'm putting that out there. I set this up, okay? Not MoveQuest, but everything that I put in my Telegram group is going to be of value to the MoveQuest community that's on my team, all right? And anybody else, it's free to, I mean, you can just click the link and join it, right? So anyway, Wednesday, July the 30th, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, the offer will be off the table. And just like everyone else, when the promo begins, okay? So this is a pre-promotion giveaway. This is before the promotion. This is the promotion before the promotion. This is for the existing members. This is for the folks that have stayed in the game. This is for the folks that at least got in the game, right? Some of this is going to reinvigorate some of the people that have never even decided to be a part of MoveQuest other than just getting their wallets and all that stuff, getting their first docking slots or whatever the case may be. This is going to incentivize some people to keep going. All right. So Wednesday, July 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, the offer will be off the table. And just like everyone else, when the promo begins, we'll have to unlock through slot 10 and we will unlock the rest. All right. Miners with 1 or 2 slots will have until Wednesday. I'm saying Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern to unlock through slot 3 and still qualify for the pre-promotion giveaway and receive the 8 slots and Trailblazers, same as the wallets with 3. So for those of you that already had 3 docking slots open, I think they unleashed yours up to 10, right? If I go up a little bit, I should be able to see where I posted that before, all right? So in this note up here, if you had 3 dock slots open, you now have 11. If you had 4 dock slots open, you now have 12. 5, you have 13. 6, you have 14. 7, you have 15. 8, you have 16. I had 9 open. Ladies and gentlemen, I had 9 open. So this is why it's so exciting for me. I had already had the goal to fill all those docking slots over time. But because I had been in existing already, because I had already done a little bit of work on my own, these are the things that positioning yourself can do for you that you don't even know about in the future. But if you position yourself, you get yourself ready for the good things that can happen, especially from an opportunity that's here to stay, right? When you got an opportunity like this that is here to stay, ladies and gentlemen, they can do things like this. And of course, for those of you that had 9 and up, you now have all of your docking slots open. Congratulations. Now the challenge is, are you going to tighten up? So that brings me to my more selfish announcement, and then we'll get on out of here, y'all. On July 26th, it was a monumental day for me personally. All right, and I put this in my group, and a few folks were excited for me, and I appreciate the few folks that were excited for me. But this is more of a call to action, aside from the excitement that I achieved something. All right, now I meant to say 2004. All right. I put 2023. So I'm going to actually edit this right now. And we're going to say August of 2024. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to read this to you guys. I'm proud to say, this is a monumental day, by the way. I'm proud to say all 18 docking slots are now filled And yes, they're all Titans, ladies and gentlemen. I already read that, so I'm not going to applaud for myself. Now I'm going to keep reading. This did not happen overnight, ladies and gentlemen. I have been with MoveQuest since August of 2024, and this project has literally helped change my life, not just financially, but physically too. I've lost 50 pounds, y'all. And now I'm in a little up and down because I got to about 192, and I'm like, I think I want to be a good solid 200, 205, right? Put some muscle on. So I'm at like 202, 203 right now. Okay. Anyway, I've lost weight. I've gained discipline. I've stayed consistent. And because I truly believe this is a life-changing opportunity, I'm excited to tell you guys where I am right now. For those who know the system, the Titans are the most powerful miners in MoveQuest. Yes, they may cost a little more, but they are high output tools. So high output tools are going to cost you a little bit more. I wouldn't expect a low-end Bitcoin miner to cost a whole lot, but I also wouldn't expect me to make me rich either. All right. Maybe inch by inch is a cinch, right? But those big, powerful miners are going to be the ones that really change the game for the ones that can get them. Now, you get in where you can fit in, but there's a lot of people that I know can get these Titans. All right. But for me, it was more than just the ROI. It was about proving that with consistency, commitment, and a little bit of vision, I could tighten up, TIGHT. All right. Physically, financially, and mentally. So tighten up and tighten up. A little play on words. But here's my challenge to the rest of the community, the folks that are in my team, the folks that are out there watching this video. Who's going to be next to tighten up? Who's going to be the next person to have all their docking slots filled with Titans? Who's ready to fill their docking slots with power and lead their circles by example? Who's bold enough to go from just trying it out to owning their role in this next generation opportunity? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Web3. This is a real live crypto earning, churning opportunity. We've been on a sit it and forget it trend this whole time we've been on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that you can sit and forget out there that are working for you. Congratulations, right? This is not one of those sit it and forget it things. You're going to have to move. If you want to earn, you're going to have to move a little bit. Even if it's just the moving that you do already. This is rewarding you for the movement that you're already doing on a day-to-day basis. All right? That's what makes this real. That's what makes this just a little bit different. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to reiterate, this is year one on the Avalanche blockchain, and we're going to be on a few more blockchains. So those communities that are already established in these different blockchain communities are going to see this as something that can possibly help their community. This could be the health and wellness aspect of the financials that they've been looking for, right? This is going to allow people to stick around and see some of the fruit of their labor. I honestly believe that. All right. It's going to create more healthy lifestyles for people. Legit projects do not last as long as MoveQuest has, especially on a well-known blockchain like Avalanche by accident. All right. Regulation is here in the States and adoption is rising. We are positioned. Are you positioned? The only question is, what are you guys going to do with this opportunity that MoveQuest has given us? Me, I have chose to tighten up. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you do too. All right. That's a wrap for this video. Hope you guys got some value out of it today. Let's continue to get our movement on. Let's continue to be movers. Let's continue to be shakers. Let's get on these calls on Tuesday night. Let's get updated. Let's get acclimated. Let's get informed about the things that are going on. For those of you that feel it on your heart to accept the challenge of being filling all your docking slots with Titans, ladies and gentlemen, you got an opportunity to get these docking slots open for you for much less than you will ever see ever in the future of MoveQuest. They are rewarding you for just going ahead and opening your first 3 docking slots. The first one is getting opened by itself for free. The second one being $10. Position yourself. Let me go back and let me just show you that everything that you need is right here. All right. If you are on the MoveQuest website and you sign in, you get your dashboard, you get all that stuff, you got the app, all that. If you go to the Help Center, there is not only an opportunity for you to jump into the MoveQuest support Zoom, which we have never seen anything like a support Zoom Monday and Friday open from 10 a.m. to 5 Eastern. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday open from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zoom opens today in 15 minutes. I'm looking at the clock. It says 9:45 a.m. Eastern. It opens up in 15 minutes for you guys. Take advantage of it. All right, they're letting you know they're not on the third-party platforms, Telegram, WhatsApp, that stuff. They have an official Discord. They have a support Zoom that you can set appointment. How awesome is that? When have we ever seen that in the space? Never. Never. All right. But they have videos to help you get started. Everything that you need is right here on the platform. And more is coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have some of the best instructional videos that you can have. It'll walk you through the process seamless. There is not a person that you will be able to share this with that won't have the resources to be able to do everything that they want to do. Whether it's come in and jump in and get their free miners, whether it's getting in and tightening up immediately, you'll have everything that you need. Even from the getting your wallet ready, installing and setting up MetaMask, everything you need is right here on this website, ladies and gentlemen. There is no excuses. The contract addresses to be able to add MQT and some of the other tokens are going to be coming, like Bullish Moon is already mineable right now. Shout out to the Bullish Moon community. You can click on this and it will add the token to your wallet. It's already on the Binance chain and the Avalanche chain. Ladies and gentlemen, it has everything that we need to get started rocking and rolling. What are you going to do? That's what matters now. What are you going to do today? Today, I'm going to get my steps in. I'm mining with all Titans, baby. So I am more motivated now than I ever have to be a part of MoveQuest. Some things you're going to start seeing from me. I'm going to start dropping shorts. Y'all know I've been dropping motivational shorts and some current news in the crypto space and political stuff, certain things that affect the crypto world. But I'm also going to be dropping shorts on my channel, letting you guys know why you should be in MoveQuest. I might drop a couple reasons a day. I might just drop one. I might drop one every now and then. But I'm going to start dropping reasons, just like I used to, why you should be in MoveQuest. All right? I'm going to give you some reasons. We're going to make it more practical. I'm on TikTok. You can find me at Bank of Gerald or The Real Bank of Gerald. You can find me on YouTube, of course, where you're watching me right now. I'm on Instagram at Bank of Gerald. Look for me. I'm not hard to find. I'm wearing a little suit and tie, whatever. Vest and tie. I'm not hard to find, y'all. All right? Holla at me. If you need assistance, we can get you the assistance you need, okay? But this is an opportunity that can change your life. We're looking at a token right now that is $3.50. And we know with more community what this can do. We've seen with an active, engaged community what this can do. So for the community that's already involved in MoveQuest, stay engaged, stay involved, keep on submitting. This is a self-sustaining ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you that don't understand what a self-sustaining ecosystem is, right? I'm going to ask ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, what is a self-sustaining ecosystem? And I'm going to share that with you guys before we get out of this video, all right? Just what ChatGPT says is a self-sustaining ecosystem. So here it is. A self-sustaining ecosystem is a natural system that can maintain and regenerate itself without outside help. That means all the living, plants, animals, microbes, and non-living, water, sunlight, soil, and air components work together in a balanced way so that energy flows and nutrients cycle continuously. Ladies and gentlemen, we can apply that same concept to MoveQuest. While MoveQuest does not need new money, new resources, and all that great stuff, it has a system that helps support itself through the system. Of course, submissions are a part of the system. Of course, having Avalanche and different things like that to be able to pay for the fees that it takes to submit your proof of activity is a part of that self-sustaining ecosystem. We are being rewarded in MQT for submitting. And our proof of activity, our proof of physical activity means something, all right? Of course, with more powerful miners, I'm paying more in fees. The system is not expecting the lower level miners and the people that are using them to mine to pay top dollar for submission fees. All right. It's us. It's ones and top dollar being what, $4 a day or something like that. Like, come on. Like, come on. We can do this, guys. We can really do this, and we can change a lot of lives. All right. You're not going to see me stop talking about MoveQuest. All right. I'm going to be here. I'm going to talk about it pretty soon. I'm going to have some merch. I'm going to have some stuff to wear. Y'all already see the Bank of Gerald stuff. We here, right? That's the brand. All right. But MoveQuest and Bank of Gerald got a special thing going on. MoveQuest has really helped me to change my life. And this jersey that I bought about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I'm swimming in it. I bought it as an extra large. I wear mediums now. I wear mediums and larges now. I had a whole wardrobe crisis, y'all. So understand that as you're a part of this journey and you start seeing results, you might have to go out and you might have to buy some new clothes. But ladies and gentlemen, it'll be the best shopping, the best feeling shopping that you've ever done for clothes in a while. All right. I won't say in your life because I don't know what your life has brought you, but I'm sure if you're a person like me, you've been a little bit overweight for a little bit too long. This is one of those things that's going to help you get right. And of course, over time, as the community grows, as we continue to change thousands and hundreds of thousands of people's lives, I'm telling you, there are hundreds of thousands of people in America right now that need what MoveQuest is providing, even if it's just getting them aware about the steps that they're taking and encouraging them to take some more intentional steps and be rewarded for it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people's lives that are changed just in America alone, let alone the fact that this is a global opportunity. Anybody in the world can be a part of it, and it's decentralized. Anybody at any age can be a part of this. I was joking around. I said I might strap my watch on my son pretty soon. He's 1.5. And because he's starting to get his little steps in, boy, I'm about to get you a wearable. You about to be out here mining MQT with that. Anyway, put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all of your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked, all right? Ask me how I know. It's not fun at all right? If you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, and please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp, man, because if you get you, nothing I can do to help you, all right? Stay diligent and vigilant in this space and in the comment section as well. I will see y'all on the next one. This is MoveQuest. Peace out.